What's up, Dragon Brood? Oh man, what was that? Anyway, today, okay, first off, let me say, I am trying hard to keep finding cool stuff for y'all to play in Alchemy and Standard, so I appreciate all the new people that have come over to kind of see everything that we're doing here, especially those that came over from CGB's crew. Thank you for joining the channel. Thank you for coming and subscribing. Be sure to like the video. Check out my other stuff if you hadn't seen it yet, because lots of good stuff is coming. Now, that being said, we're going outside the box today, and we're going to be playing some Jund Reanimator. Not just any Jund Reanimator. We have a Jund Reanimator Combo deck. So if you thought that wasn't crazy enough, we found a way to combo with Reanimator. I have no idea if this is any good, but I am excited about it, and I am crossing my fingers so badly and hoping this works. So yeah, this is going to be a pile of fun. Let's go get into it. Alright, as always, I gotta pay some bills and tell you to check out our lovely folks over at shop.ultrapro.com because they take care of me. And they take care of a bunch of other Magic content creators. So, you know, show some love to the people that show some love to your people. That's kind of how it works. Also, don't forget, you can get stuff for Pokemon, D&D, anime, all kinds of stuff over at UltraPro, not just Magic stuff. Alright, so this deck, we've got 2 Blood Chiefs, because we do have to have a way to kill some creatures and maybe even planeswalkers or whatever to buy ourselves enough time. And honestly, more often than not, you're probably going to want to have to kill a Righteous Valkyrie if that comes up, so just saying that's a thing. But we are doing the Jasperis Sentinel Magda thing, so we're playing 4 Jasperis Sentinel and 3 Magda, making tons of treasure if we can, advancing our mana. But importantly, we do make a lot of treasure in this deck, so Magda will equate to free dragons during the course of the game, so be aware of that. Now I'm playing 1 Valky God of Lies, and this is twofold. It does allow you to see the opponent's hand, which might be important at times, just so you know if you can force through a Reanimator thing or should you be filtering to try to resolve something. But also gives you just a really good card to play later, because you can get 7 mana a lot of different ways in this deck, and that actually can just help in the game. So don't want a bunch of them, but I don't mind playing it as a one-of. Now, Cathartic Pyre is going to be doing a bit of double duty here. It is an actual removal card. Deals 3 to a creature or planeswalker. Great. We like that for 2 mana. It's an instant. We like that. And it lets you discard up to 2 cards and then draw that many cards. Also love that, because we need a way to get things into the graveyard while also finding either our Reanimator spells or next big creature or whatever. So this is going to be a very important card in the deck too. I thought I was going to play 4 when I started out, but I actually shrunk it down to 3 because I needed to squeeze room for a couple other key cards. Like I said, we already talked about Magda. Now, this is one of the combo-y pieces, but if you can get stuff out with haste, you can go ahead and get a free turn and kill the opponent. And I know this sounds crazy, because for 3 mana, you get a free turn, but then you're risking, if you don't kill the opponent, game's over, you lose. But for 7 mana, you get a free turn with no penalties, and your damage can't be prevented randomly. I don't know why that's a thing, but hey, it is a thing. So just saying, stick with me, because this is actually worth it. Then we have Seize the Spoils, because again, you need to have some way to filter through, get stuff in the graveyard. It does generate treasure, which is nice. We have Moonveil Regent. And this is because, 1, it's very easy to cast, it's 4 mana. It can produce some extra damage because we do have other color things that may be in play. But also, later in the game, it lets us find cards to keep moving. Or, in some cases, put stuff in the graveyard so we can try to get it out later. So it's doing a few different things in this deck, which I like. But we also have Unexpected Windfall, a couple of those, because again, put stuff in the graveyard, make treasure, draw cards. And Goldspan Dragon, because it's making treasure, right? So now we have all of our treasure things, we have all our stuff with Magda. Awesome. Now, Diregraph Rebirth. Now, you're probably saying, yeah, alright, let's get something out of the graveyard, but so far you've only really shown us a Goldspan Dragon and a Moonveil Regent. Is that good enough? Sometimes the answer is yes, but that's not really what we're trying to do here. We actually have Olivia Crimson Bride. So, for those you don't know, Olivia is a 6 mana, 3/4 flying haste, and when Olivia attacks, she gets a creature out of the graveyard, puts it into play. Now, whenever you lose Olivia, you lose the other creature if you don't control any other legendary vampires. Secret, she's the only legendary vampire in the deck. So, there's not going to be anything else. If she dies, they die. But the plan is, they don't die. Because we're just getting in that extra damage, getting those free attacks. Most importantly, though, because we're playing Old Gnawbone. Now, if we can use Olivia... Now, I know that's going to start sounding like a Rube Goldberg machine here, right? But, like, if you get Olivia puts Old Gnawbone into play, you get to attack for 10 damage. But then you also get 10 treasures, because for all the damage you deal, Gnawbone makes that many treasure. Now, that opens up 2 doors. The first is Magda. Then we can just go get 2 or 3 dragons at the end of the opponent's end step, win the following turn, right? Or we can just cast Alchemist Gambit and just win the next turn, because that's 20 damage on 2 attack steps. So, couple of different options here that we can win the game with. Should be cool as hell. Now, that's not everything. We do actually have a Meat Hook Masker, 3 of them, so we can buy time. Sometimes if we get the opponent low enough, we can also just Meat Hook Masker and clear our board and just end the game as well. So, not terrible there. Now, I will admit the lands are a little bit all over the place. We're playing 2 Mountain, 2 Forest, 4 Blightstep Pathway, 3 Haunted Ridge, 4 Darkboar Pathway, 2 Deathcap Glade, 4 Cragcrown Pathway, and 3 Rockfall Vale. The only thing I'm concerned about is we are having to play 8 of the slow lands, if you want to call them that. I would like to have that down to probably 6 or 7, but we'll play the games, and then we'll see how we feel at the end of the games. But be sure to get to the end of the video, because we will be talking about updates after we play the games, because I'm sure this isn't totally correct. And then we'll have a card spotlight for you. So enjoy the games, because I'm sure there's going to be a wild ride, and I'll see you on the other side. Decided to keep this one just because we have Cathartic Pyre in hand, but otherwise I would throw this one away. I don't think this is a good hand at all. But we can put both Olivia and Gnawbone in the yard and then kind of see where it goes from there. So that's a thing. And we would have the ability to Meat Hook Masker, though there's an Aspirant that's going to make this all not great. So that changes that, unfortunately. Yep. 'Tis what it is. Alright. Maybe we'll find something else good here. Whoop, not that. I want to get rid of that. There we go. That doesn't really help. Though, okay, this is actually not terrible, because what this does is it does open up things a little bit so that we can Meat Hook for 3 next turn, which is only not good if the opponent plays something like a, I don't know, Adeline would be kind of bad for us. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. Okay, well, they didn't auto Adeline, so that's good, I guess. But my goodness, that did not go well. That draw did not treat us well at all. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do this for 2. Might get this a little bit of life and buy some time. Oh, now we kind of get a lot of good stuff here, right? Because now we get to get Olivia into Old Gnawbone, and then we have Magda the following turn. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I'm into it. Let's get Olivia. Olivia's gonna attack. Make an Old Gnawbone. Do a pile of damage. And do we do this? Opponent's at 10. They can exile Olivia, and then we'd lose Old Gnawbone. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do... Yeah, let's go ahead and play this. I think this is safe. I mean, they could just sweep the board here, but if they do, that's actually in our best interest because we have Diagraph Rebirth, so it doesn't really matter. So during their end step, we're just going to go get another Dragon. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even know. Do I want a Moonveil Regent? Probably, actually. I mean, the treasure's nice, but getting more cards is better right now. Yep, that'll do it. All right. We will keep this. All right. Okay, we're gonna play Magda and see what the hell happens here. Probably should have just played Valky, but you know, greed. Boy, what do we do here? What do we do here? I think the play is kill this, attack, try to find a way to get to 5 mana next turn. I don't know. I mean, there's a chance they would just block this, right? And then we could just spend our turn using Seize the Spoils. All right, I'm in. Let's see if they block. They might. Okay, that's actually not terrible for us if the opponent wants to block there. Because now we get to decide, do we just want to kill Tovolar? Actually, it doesn't really matter. If they come after us with something, we don't care that much. Sure. Okay, that mostly does what we want. So now, whether we get mana or not, we could play Goldspan Dragon into, well, I was going to say into Magda, but we kind of want to draw a land here, though. Okay. Then we get to attack. Get in our damage. Kill Tovolar now, so we don't have to worry about it later. And you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. We actually, I'm not gonna play Magda here. Let's end the turn. Mostly because we can open up and just play Valky and, or really play the Tybalt side, truthfully. All right, that's a dude. And that is all from the opponent. Okay. So if we attack here, yeah, we just attack and then just play Tybalt, I guess. I mean, kind of like, why not? Just keep opponent off everything? I mean, they could protect it here, I guess. Alright, that's fair. I mean, obviously, if you're going to attack, you got to attack into Tybalt now, right? Oh, they want the mana and everything. Oh, okay, going Volatile Arsonist. That's cool. Doesn't really change much. Sure, sounds like a plan. You got it, opponent. They're down to 1 card, so that sort of opens up everything we want to do, too. Because now we can play this, attack, have 4 mana, do this for -2. Then we could die to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 if they had another one of these. I'm trying to think, is there a way they could kill us next turn? We don't get to do anything with Magda because this is just deal a point to something. If I attack for 4 here, put the opponent at 5, then I could just minus to kill everything. I think we're going to do that. I'm going to take the safe route. Don't want to put anything at risk. I feel like there's probably a card I'm not thinking of. But if I do this, like, it's going to be pretty hard for us to lose because the opponent's going to lose life here, and then this could get them to exactly 0. Now, admittedly, they could play something with reach here. That would be a little bit unfortunate for us, but meh, I think it's fine. Like, Halana and Elena would have been a little bit annoying, but that would have been about it. Not sure I need the extra mana, but I'm going to go ahead and lay it out there. I mean, if you got something that kills a flyer, great. If not, we're all good. It looks like they don't. Yep, that got us there. Yeah. All right, we're in. So the plan here is probably, I mean, we have filtering cards and we have the Diagraph Rebirth, so I don't know. It depends a lot on what we draw these first couple of turns. Because, I mean, if our opponent just plays like tap land, we play Magda, Magda lives, do we use this and just kill a defender? Like, maybe. This doesn't bode well for us now, does it? But we're going to try our bestest, and we'll see what happens. I'm not sure we have a real good out, though. Trying to think about what this looks like for us going forward. Probably just discard this for now. No attacks. Alright, they didn't have a way to sacrifice the Shambling Gas. That's pretty nice. Though we might just see the 1/4 guy that makes treasure here. Nope. I guess this is gonna get killed, huh? Yeah, I have to assume that's the case. But it's alright. We get to replace the treasure, so it's not the worst thing. Why does everybody wait until the gold span attack? Or are you just going to get rid of our land? Is that what we're doing? Oh, they don't even have anything for the gold span dragon. Ooh. That is good to know. We have all the treasure, so we don't really need our black mana anymore. So that's fine. Alright, so that's interesting. So the opponent could realistically meat hook for 2. That would be 3. That doesn't kill the dragon. Alright, so let's go ahead and play this, I guess. I mean, we have finished the combat, obviously, but go ahead and do this. This also produces a treasure with Magda. So we could get to 5 treasure next turn because of the Seize the Spoils. And then get back, or get a old Gnawbone. That could be interesting. Oh, we have to discard 2 cards. How sad. You know what? I'm probably just going to discard these 2 because we're going to have 7 mana if we want it. So sure. Alright. These 2. And mostly because this produces treasure and gives us a few more outs. Hey, wait. Oh, that was Summoning Sick. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. I should have been able to use that. I'm stupid. I was not able to use that. That's where I need a narrator. Like, he indeed was not able to use that card. Alright. Let's get in there for 4. Make a treasure. Actually, we'll be a treasure short, but we're going to do this anyway. What do we find? Ooh. That ain't bad, though. That ain't bad. All right. So now the opponent might actually consider trying to meat hook here. Because if they have a land, you can meat hook, the gas will die, and then they're able to kill the dragon. Oh, they don't even have that. Okay. Well then. That's a thing. You know, do we want to just... Nah. That's... Oh, well. That's a thing. Oh boy. Alright, I guess we do the thing. And we'll attack with just dragons. Okay, so now Meathook Massacre is even less scary. They can Loth here, which would be a thing. However, we could kill Loth, then go get another dragon. So that's probably fine. Meathook Massacre isn't going to do anything. They would give them life. But let's go ahead and treasure up. And then we're going to go get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get old Gnawbone. And that'll do it. I mean, we can Pyre of Heroes, but I just trying to think, like, what do I even put in the yard? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're really just hoping to draw a land here, right? So there's no point in even doing that. All right. Come on. Ah, we failed. Gosh dang it, we failed. But we do get a ton of treasure here, so sure. With the opponent to 1, we have 7 mana there. I'm going to go ahead and play this because it costs us nothing. And then next turn, kind of regardless of what they do here, we're able to get our big creatures out of the yard. And we should be good to go. Blood on the Snow. We'll get you back. Nothing. Yeah, sure. Our things die. Why not? I mean, they know we have Diagraph Rebirth. They can see it. I'll hit you for 0. Look at that. Though we get style points here now, though, right? Because we can do all the things. And we can even do this. Yeah, I was going to say, we could do all of it. Oh, boy. Wow. What do we do with this? Yeah, I guess we keep it. And I don't really know how this plays out, but these are cards. These are Magic cards. Kind of wish they did more with this background where, like, I don't know, you could squash pumpkins or, like, something creepy that tore up this door would peek its head out or something. I don't know. I mean, you can blow out the candles. So that's kind of like a thing you can do. But that's about it. Not the most interactive board, unfortunately. It makes sound like you're hurting the pumpkins, but it doesn't really do anything. Okay, opponent's ready. You know, there is a real downside that if we end up having to use Cathartic Pyre to kill something, it does make this hand significantly worse. All right. If we're discarding, it's probably Olivia and an Unexpected Windfall. Seeing what we can get out of Moonveil Regent, which is probably not much. Would you like to counter this, opponent? There's a chance you might. All right. They said no. Those aren't that much help. Not against this deck. Matter of fact, most of the cards we have are not going to be good against this deck, I imagine. All right, Siphon Insight. Go for it. Half the time, they just take a land from us because they need to hit all their land drops. But it looks like they're debating playing the card now, whatever it is. Nope, they're reading it again. I'm not sure what that would be. And they'll just end the turn. See what the opponent's up to. Nope, they're going to play our card, whatever it was. Nope, they're going to play another Siphon Insight. Well, I think we're going to go ahead and use this opportunity to get rid of that and this. Oh, I just have to submit one. But maybe I keep the land and get rid of the Meat Hook Massacre. Well, we drew another one, so I guess that was the right call. Who knew? The only reason it matters, though, is it does now at least let us try to play the Moonveil Regent, even though it probably gets hit by Divide by 0. But we can at least play it, not worry about getting hit with, like, Jiraiya's Disruption or something. I've got 2 of our cards sitting over there. Not sure what they are. A lot of times, though, people will put, like, removal or something there, so I could see that being a thing. You know what? Silly as it is, I think I'm going to go ahead and just Meat Hook here. Just say, like, hey, I don't know what the opponent's up to, what they're doing, but maybe, just maybe, some of these things will make a difference. Yeah, I'm willing to burn a treasure here. Why not? I mean, right now, it looks like this might even get in for a point of damage, so whatever. Let's go for it. It's also possible, if this sticks, if we draw something we can cast, maybe in an instant speed, that could be really good. Well, alright, cool. Yeah, have a Goldspan Dragon. Should have known they took one of those from us. Oh, I was not expecting to find a Goldspan Dragon, though. Now, what do we do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Would leave 3, 4 if we wanted it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Leaves 1, 2, 3, 4. So kind of the same thing. All right. I mean, just got to go for it. Like, not much else we're going to do here. We could play this, but meh. I'd rather wait till we can try to get something out of it. Or if the opponent decides this is a good spot to sweep the board, we have something to follow with afterwards. Though, by the math, they are winning the race by a couple of points. They'll get another attack step in before we do, so we kind of have to level things out somewhere along the line. But the opponent has a ton of mana here, too. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. The plus side, this does mean that if we try to cast the Moonveil Regent and it does get hit by Divide by 0, there is a chance we can just recast it on the same turn. Well, I mean, that's a magic card. Do you want to blow up your treasure to block or just spare a Sentinel? I'm okay with that if you do. If that's the way it goes down, I can live with that. They chose not to. Okay. Let's go with this. Does it get a hard counter or just Divide by 0? I mean, who knows? I don't know. Maybe it's a Syncopate for a bunch of mana. I didn't even think about that. Probably should have played this other land first. Nope, it's a Wash Away. Alright, that is a thing that happened. Not worth it to play it and try to kill all the creatures yet. Yep. Deluge doesn't surprise me. So we're probably going to need, like, Reanimator spell. or an Olivia, something like that, I think here. Force the opponent to spend some amount of mana so we can make something else happen. Now, the Rebirth would be the best thing, because if it gets countered, we could recast it, and we have plenty of mana for that. So that's really what we'd be aiming for here. But we'll see how lucky we get. I really didn't think we'd even be this close in this particular matchup, so it's kind of interesting. All right, we go to 9. Does this mean they're going to try to just put something into play like the Hullbreaker? If so, we have to hit a Reanimator type thing. I don't think we have any other realistic answer here. Because now they can Hullbreaker plus spell. Though, if they Hullbreaker plus spell, we would have plenty of mana to do a big Meat Hook Massacre. So, maybe it's not that bad. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, we'd be able to do it for 8. So that's something. Though, like I said, we really would like... Okay, they have their Meat Hook Massacre. All right, come on. Come on. Be there, deck. Be there, Reanimator spell. Come on. Oh, man. Ah, that sucks. That was our opening. This game's basically over now. Yeah, because now they can attack us. Yeah. Dang it. Ugh. I think we keep this. Mostly because the way our lands play out, we can turn to a Valky, maybe, into a turn 3 Seize the Spoils, getting rid of Olivia, which would leave us to be able to play Moonveil Regent. I don't know what we do after that, but it's a thing. Oh, okay, that's a pretty nice pickup. That makes things hurt a little less. All right, good chance the opponent doesn't even have much for us to take unless there's just like a Hullbreaker hanging out in their hand or something. Oh no, we actually get a dragon. Look at that. Well, that was a nice, pleasant surprise. Did not expect to find that. So we are playing against an Epiphany deck here of some variety. I'm assuming that's already either an Epiphany or a draw spell that's sitting over there. So they have 4 mana going into next turn. They will be able to play that and copy. So they're kind of set up to do everything they want to do here. Granted, not enough to win the game just yet. But the door is open for shenanigans. All right, let's attack. We're going to go ahead and cast this. Discarding. Probably just discard Olivia. I'm going to say I'm not really sure why I'm holding on to Blood Chief's Thirst, but we can actually kill a bird if necessary, so that is a thing. Ooh, dang it. Being able to kill that would have been sweet. Dang, it's not going to do enough next turn, because now they'll be able to... Oh, they're going to Fading Hope that. Okay, sure. So if they get a land, they'll be able to play a dragon this turn. If they don't get a land, then they're going to be relying on their Unexpected Windfall to get them through. So then it gets a little interesting because... Yeah, I was going to say. So the opponent needs 6. They need 8 total mana, right? To be able... Well, now they need more than that. Alright, and they're Epiphanying... This is interesting. Do I want to play... We still only have Olivia in the graveyard. Okay, I think our plan's just going to be... Oh, wait, this doesn't do what I thought it did. That's the wrong card. I guess we just have to stake their dragon again. I think that's our best plan, sadly. And then we will play that and then pass. I'm not sure how we're going to turn this around just yet. They used one. I'm sure we'll see a second one played here. Okay, so I'm copying and playing the other one. Blah, blah, blah. Sure. I mean, they could get their dragon back here. Oh, okay. I'll take it. Now, what was I expecting on that turn is maybe... I mean, they had an Epiphany, so I guess they miscounted their mana. I'm not really sure what else was going to happen there, because they're one short of being able to take an extra turn. Here, they'd have been able to just attack for 2, but the next turn, we actually would have just Cathartic Pyred, put this in the yard, and probably one of the rebirths. And then I was just going to use a rebirth, most likely, depending on what we draw from the Pyre, to actually just get Olivia and Dragon, and then start putting pressure on the opponent. And I think that would have let us start turning things around, especially since we could turn this into a dragon as well. So even though the opponent goofed up, I don't think we were in a terrible situation. All right, let's keep it. These are type of hands that, like, I don't even know if it's good or bad that I'm keeping this. I just know that it is, and that's about the most I could say about it. Because we definitely need to find some stuff to filter to get one of these in the yard, is what we'd really like. But in the meantime, let's see if Magda survives. Magda does indeed survive for the moment. That is a card you don't expect to see in ladder games. I will say that. That is highly peculiar. But you know what? We're going to go ahead and just attack here. Would have liked a filtering card on that turn, because it would have made this turn very powerful. But now we'll have access to 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess the opponent's going to have a sweeper. That's going to make us sad. Okay, here's an interesting thing, though. Let's say maybe that is a Doomscar, right? Let's think strategically here. If we believe that's a Doomscar, and we go ahead and cast this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have one left over. They sweep the board. We would be able to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get Olivia back. Yeah, we won't have enough to get this in the yard. We could, though, Cathartic Pyre now. Put these both in the yard. Get this and then just have a pile of treasure. Is that a thing we can do? Have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we can actually. Ooh. All right, that's good. Let's discard these two. Oh! Oh, it's only discard 1. I thought it was discard 2. Oh. Why did it not? Oh, it is discard 2. It didn't take the other click when I clicked it. Oh, so I'm not crazy. Gosh dang it. Ah, that sucks. That sucks so much. We could have ended it on this turn. We had the combo. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks so much. I wasn't bad. I guess I have to make sure those clicks take. Because we definitely could have discarded that. We would have had 5 mana, would have got this back. Would have played Olivia, got that back, got 10 treasure, would have made an extra turn, and we've attacked for lethal. However, it works out, and we get another shot at doing it here. So, I mean, I guess it's all fine. But very sad that we didn't get to do it, I guess, on what would have been turn 4, which would have been super sweet. But is what it is. Get in there, bash the opponent for lots many. We'll use all that treasure to spend 7 of it to take the extra turn. Not that we need to spend all 7 anyway. And here we go. That is lethal. Nice. All right. Well, we'll keep this. No idea if this hand ends up doing anything. It probably doesn't against anything playing blue here, but nah, we'll see. I mean, I'm kind of just going through the exercise because of it, but I'm willing to just say that anything that's playing, you know, anything resembling an Epiphany style deck, we probably don't beat. I mean, we're probably just spinning our wheels. I don't think that's unreasonable. Like, this is obviously getting shot here. Oh, okay, Fading Hope. Same difference. Like, doesn't change much. Alright, we'll go with that. We'll go with this, since I already know we have it. It probably gets divided by 0. If it's either going to get divided by 0 or shot. Yeah, exactly. One of the two. Alright. Let's see where this leads us. I mean, obviously. Yeah, exactly. You're going to play that and get some cards. What do we do with this here? Do we just try to play the Moonveil Regents? I guess that's fair. Can't think of anything else we really want to do here. I mean, the Magna wouldn't have been bad, don't get me wrong, but it was like, I'd only really want to play Magda if my plan was to Magda and then seize the spoils in the same turn, and I wasn't that set on the idea. So, I think here, it's probably just attack for 5? Maybe attack for 4. No, because we'll still have 5 mana to do both of those things. Alright. 5 it is. Nah, I'm too much of a wuss. Yeah, I assume something like that might happen. This was like, nah, we're not going to get that attack through anyway. What am I doing? Like, sometimes you just know. Okay, let's do this. Let's cast this. Play Magda. Sure. Disrupting the Magda doesn't bother us here, actually. Decline, don't need to put anything in the yard. I mean, all we're really trying to do here is get set up before they start doing stuff with Leer or Hullbreaker for the most part. I mean, that's kind of the unfortunate situation here. This is why we really have trouble with these decks, because we're really working up to do 1 or 2 big things, and there's just so many bounce spells and counters and whatever that just make it nearly untenable, sadly. Wish that was not the case, but it is completely true. They obviously left mana open. The question is, what for? We don't have... Let's see. If we seize the spoils, we'd be able to put Gnawbone in the graveyard, but then not have mana to do anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Opponent could, if they really wanted to, I guess here, decide they could burn down the house. If this did resolve, we would get in for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Put the opponent at 11. That's kind of nice. Still be a mana short of casting a Gnawbone. Yeah, okay, sure. Actually, if they don't... Okay, hold on a second. We'll pay. Take the action. Man, hopefully they don't have anything to bounce this. Because if so... Oh! 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 We're gonna do it! This is so good! Oh, this is savage. Oh, this is so good. That was the best pickup. Oh my god, this is awesome. Then we get another turn, and we'll totally discard. Oh! Okay, let's keep this. Oh my goodness. I don't have any green mana for the Diregraph Rebirth yet, so that's going to be a little bit of a pain. But let's see if we can get some treasure out of Magda. Don't know if we will or not, but, you know, that's the goal. All right, let's go for it. Okay, Magda, do you live? I'm assuming the answer is no, but we're going to find out. I mean, and rightfully so. Usually people kill Magda pretty quickly. I would expect the same here if they have a way to kill it. They didn't. So we will try to attack with the Magda. Fair enough. I can respect that, opponent. I mean, sadly, we don't have any other mana. We didn't get any of our filtering cards, so this just is what it is. Oh, Magda made it through this time, though. Oh, man. That's good, because I ain't got a way to cast anything else right now. All right. What happens if the opponent meat hooks for 1 on their turn to kill Magda? Right? We can't cast anything next turn. So we actually just have to end the turn here. Mostly because if we use the treasure and somehow they decide they want to, like, I don't know, get rid of everything that costs 3 or less or whatever, that would have really hamstrung us pretty bad. Okay, well, now the opponent's just not drawing stuff, so this is going to change the game up entirely. This has turned into a pretty simple game of Magic now. Yeah, now we've got reanimation spells. We have Olivia. Game's pretty much over now. Not sure what Mono Black has here. If it's even Mono Black. I mean, we don't even know that for sure. The best part about Olivia, too, is so many people are playing Vanishing Verse that there's a good chance, like, Olivia just does her thing. Though, if they do exile our Goldspan Dragon, that kind of sucks. Because then we don't have anything to get with the opponent being at 10. Yeah. Looks like the opponent's sad and they're just roping us. But, nah, is what it is. I mean, it's not even really lethal here, though, right? Because if we have Olivia, that's only 9. I guess as I had been more forward thinking, I probably should have just played Jaspera Sentinel. Alright, well, looks like opponent's giving us the ropey dopey. I get it. They kept a bad hand. They didn't draw out of it. I mean, I just scoop and move on, but hey, teach their own. If you made it to this far in the video, I want to say thank you for hanging out and watching me play these crazy games. Because I don't get to do this without y'all actually hanging around and watching all these stupid shenanigans I put together every day. So, thanks for hanging out. Also, thanks you for the new YouTube channel members. I appreciate that. Alright, well, we get to take our turn. We'll go ahead and do this, because why not? I mean, we can get a Magda, but that doesn't really do anything, so... Yep. We'll kill one. Just going through the motions right now. Do we have the money? Let's go ahead and just kill the opponent, right? We can kill all of our things here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. Alright. That'll end it. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't even know what to say. Like, I didn't think this was gonna even play that well. This is just a wild ass idea that happened to work. Like this, here's the wild thing about this. This turned out to be the most fun I've had casting Magic cards in a while. And Standard's been a bumpy road, but this was fun. How good is it? I don't know. I feel like it overperformed a little bit today, but it's at least able to compete. That's the biggest thing, right? You can at least get in there and compete because you have the ability to do a lot of big stuff in single turn increments, which is pretty powerful. right? If you just get one window sometimes, that's all you need. And your opponents can't really sit back on everything. I mean, we even played against Izzet Epiphany where they ended up bouncing or countering a bunch of stuff in a row, and we still were able to get a win. So that's actually pretty sweet. Not something, I thought that was just going to be an awful matchup, and it turns out we're actually able to beat them. So that wasn't something I was planning on either. So yeah, what would I change? Honestly, I probably just want to change like one of the maybe black-white slow lands, whatever it is, the Haunted Ridge, and turn it into a swamp, and that might be about it. Just so I have a way to be able to fetch a swamp or have fewer slow lands. But otherwise, I don't think I would change much about the deck. Unless somebody has some great suggestions, let me know in the comments. But this was pretty damn fun. So I'm kind of in on this. I might actually play it and stream it a bit more. Now, for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Blood for Bones. Because this is a card, it's almost hard to believe this is only a couple years old. Not owed. But it actually comes from Core Set 2020, I believe. And it really didn't get played much in Standard. I think I even only saw 1 or 2 decks pop up using this card, and it's actually really good. And truthfully, this is the type of card that could be great in just random commander decks if you're able to play black. Because you can sacrifice any creature, you just have to sacrifice one, and then you get one back into play from the graveyard and one from the graveyard to your hand. So you're really getting a huge card advantage of this and getting your 2 best cards from the graveyard back into play. And it's cheap. If you want to pick these up, they don't even cost you 50 cents at most vendors, so yeah, there you go. If you need a little pick-me-up for your commander decks, or even for, I don't know, random kitchen table stuff you're doing, maybe if you're playing some, you know, common, uncommon deck only stuff, this is actually a pretty strong card. Now, don't forget, if you want today's wild-ass deck, it will be down in the description below. You can also get links to my Facebook gaming page, my Twitch streams, my Discord, if you want to come by, talk about this. Man, you know, just hope you have a good time with the deck more than anything else. Also, if you haven't, swing by my Twitter page. We're getting close to 5,000 followers over there, so hit that up, come follow me. I'd appreciate it. And most importantly, if you haven't yet, consider joining the channel here. For as little as 99 cents, you can have some input on what appears here, or even get some of your stuff featured here if you pay up on the higher end. So lots of cool stuff we got going on there. But again, even if you can't afford that or you don't want to, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't. And if you haven't, please let me know in the comments why not. And then hit the like button on this video, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. Because most importantly, you want to go ahead and make sure you hit all notifications so you don't miss other cool stuff like today's video. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.